ASU calling off strike and Ipob's leader, Nnamdi, acquitted by the court, are all politically motivated. Supporters of Peter Obi allege. This is the discussion today. My name is ADS. Check out this video. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, Nnamdi, has just been discharged and acquitted by an appeal court sitting in Abuja. The appellate court, in a unanimous decision by a three-man panel led by Justice Jumai Hanatu, discharged and acquitted the Ipob leader of all allegations against him. Remember that Nnamdi was adopted and brought back to the country on the 26th of June 2021 without any extradition proceeding. Nnamdi was facing trial here in the country and was enjoying bail when the military came to execute Operation Python Dance in his hometown, Afaruku Ibeku, in Abia State, on the 14th of September 2017. An operation which led to the death of over 28 persons in his father's compound, including his dead dog, Jack. Nnamdi had to flee out of the country to remain alive. His parents, His Royal Majesty, Eze Israel Kanu and Ugeze Sali Kanu, later died as a result of the trauma of the invasion. From exile, Nnamdi continued the operation of Radio Biafra, a radio station he runs from England to agitate for the secession of the Igbo nation from Nigeria. He was so very blunt about his secession agitation that he was seen by many as an enemy of the government. His arrest was orchestrated by the government and he was extradited to Nigeria from Kenya to face charges bordering on treason against the Nigerian government. The indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, began sitting at home every Monday to persuade the government to release him, but that didn't happen. Now, few months to the general elections, he has been discharged and acquitted by the Court of Appeal. A move many believe is geared towards thwarting the chances of a particular candidate winning the presidential election come February 2023. Nnamdi has always asked his followers to boycott elections in Nigeria, calling for a referendum so the Igbo nation will decide whether to remain in Nigeria or become a state of their own. Now that he's been acquitted, it's still not clear whether or not he will keep up his ideology of Igbos boycotting election in Nigeria, since one of the front runners in the presidential race is an Igbo man. In the same vein, the Academic and Staff Union of Universities, ASU strike, that began on the 14th of February 2023, has now been called off conditionally after 8 months. ASU began the strike because the government refused to implement the agreement it had with the union. Meetings after meetings were held to resolve issues between ASU and the federal government, but the two parties refused to shift grounds. Instead, the Minister of Labour and Productivity, Dr. Chris Ngige, took the matter to the National Industrial Court sitting in Abuja, and the court ruled that the striking lecturers should return to the classroom even as they keep negotiating with the government. ASU appealed the judgment, and the Court of Appeal advised that ASU should call off the strike before appealing. ASU held a meeting with its leadership on Thursday night, leading to Friday, and they resolved to call off the strike conditionally. This is another move believed to have been orchestrated by the ruling party to disenfranchise students from voting in 2023, since most of them might not have the zeal to travel back to their polling units while in school. Now let's check out some of the reactions from Nigerians. From 001 LP said, ASU called off strike, but the APC regime has not perfected all the terms and conditions of the agreement. It is at best a political call-off. Vote Obidati 2023. Then Dr. Charles Odogu said, in their thinking, the release of Nnamdi will douse the popularity of Peter Obi of Labour Party and his obedient movement, but they will surely receive the greatest shock of their lives. Then the running mate of Mr. Peter Obi, Dr. Yusuf Dati Ahmed, said, all of a sudden, APC government have become nice to its citizens. the national honor and the release of Nnamdi Kanu. We are up for more surprises. Just watch and see. Anyways, whatever be the case, it's good ASU has called off the strike and the leader of Ipob discharged and acquitted. This cannot stop anyone from voting. We'll all vote in mass and liberate our country come 2023. I'll see you again. Please subscribe to this news channel. Let me be your news plug and I'll keep you updated.